On May 25, 1979, a 6-year-old boy named Etan Patz disappeared on what should have been a simple, innocent walk to the school bus. It was the first time his parents had ever let him walk alone. It was the last time they would ever see him. His case captivated the nation and led to the missing children movement, forever changing how we search for missing kids. But for decades, it was a cold case with no answers, then a confession, a conviction, and now, an overturned verdict. What happened? How could this be? In this deep dive, we'll peel back the layers of this tragic story, not just focusing on the crime, but on the human cost. We'll explore the life of Etan, the decades-long investigation, the controversial conviction, and the stunning reversal that leaves this family's fight for justice in limbo. We are so close to hitting our first subscriber goal for the month, and your support helps us continue to tell these important stories. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. It's just one click, and it means the world. Before we get into the details of the investigation, I want to take a moment. Dealing with stories like this can be emotionally draining. For me, I'll like to know how you feel about cases like this in the comments. Also, do not forget to mention where you are watching from to help us continue with you even better. Etan Patz was a bright, energetic 6-year-old. His family lived in SoHo, a neighborhood in Manhattan that was a tight-knit community, a safe haven where kids played in the streets. Etan was a happy boy, known for his curiosity and his trademark red cowboy boots. In the late 70s, SoHo was a hub for artists and young families. It was an era before cell phones and constant surveillance. Kids had more freedom, and trust in neighbors was high. That sense of safety was shattered the day Etan vanished. It was a beautiful Friday morning, the last day of school. Etan's parents, Stan and Julie Patz, made the monumental decision to let their son walk the 2 blocks to his bus stop alone for the very first time. He was so proud. He put on his red cowboy boots and headed out the door. But Etan never made it to the bus. Panic set in immediately. The search began, and soon missing posters were everywhere. Etan's face became one of the first children to appear on milk cartons nationwide. Law enforcement, however, was unprepared. There was no standardized protocol for missing children's cases. The initial investigation was fraught with missteps, and precious hours were lost. The early focus landed on a handyman named Jose Ramos, a known child predator who had lived nearby. Ramos was a strong person of interest and had a connection to the Patz family, but a lack of physical evidence meant the case went cold for years. For decades, the case was a national mystery. Then, in 2012, an old lead led police to Pedro Hernandez, a stock boy who worked in a deli near Etan's bus stop. In a shocking confession, Hernandez admitted to luring Etan into the basement, strangling him, and placing his body in a box with trash. The confession was the cornerstone of the case. Hernandez was charged, and in 2017, after 2 trials, he was convicted of murder. It felt like justice was finally served. But just this year, an appeals court overturned that conviction. Why? The court ruled that crucial testimony from a psychiatrist was improperly used in court. They stated that this testimony, which supported the validity of Hernandez's confession, was not handled correctly, and therefore, the conviction must be vacated. Creating these videos takes countless hours of research and editing. If you enjoy our content, please consider joining our membership for exclusive, behind-the-scenes content and to support our work. Every single member makes a huge difference. We're a small team, and we rely on your shares to reach new audiences. If you know someone who might find this video interesting or important, please share it with them. It costs nothing but helps us so much. So what happens now? Pedro Hernandez's conviction is overturned, and the case is back in the hands of the district attorney. It's a devastating blow to the Patz family, who spent decades searching for answers, and just when they got them, they were taken away. The possibility of a 3rd trial is on the table, but with the years that have passed, it's a long and difficult road. The Patz family has faced unimaginable grief and uncertainty. Etan's parents became the face of a movement, their personal tragedy fueling a national campaign to protect children. Their relentless fight for justice continues, even with this latest setback. Etan Patz's story is a harrowing reminder that justice isn't always a straight line. It's a winding, difficult path, often filled with heartbreak and unanswered questions. But the legacy of this case remains. A nation that finally began to see its missing children, not as runaways, but as victims who needed to be found. What do you think should happen next? Should there be a 3rd trial for Pedro Hernandez? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We put a lot of work into making these videos informative and respectful. If you appreciate the effort we put in, please consider leaving a like on the video. It's a small gesture that shows us you care. The comments section is a great place to connect with others who are interested in these cases. We love seeing your thoughts and theories, and your participation helps grow our community.